Buddy the dog. What are you doing, pal? He's excited because I just got back. I've got in my hand some more parts for the Cialis Chalmers. So we're gonna see what we can accomplish right after this. All right, welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, Cialis Chalmers. In the last installment, I don't remember what we did, put tires on and talked about some stuff. We talked about my little Chinesium alternator, and I thought it was gonna go in there just dandy. And then I put the radiator on, and then I put this on, and I realized something bad was gonna happen. And that something was the bolt is so long, or the shaft of this alternator, that it was sticking out past that pulley. That's the pulley that was on it. And it was going to hit the fan blades. Like the fan blade, there was no way it was going to clear. Not even a little bit of a grinding or anything would have done that. So what to do? Well, I decided I might as well switch to the original pulley. And that was, with the way it's made, it's kind of recessed, so it would gain me a little. But then I still had to space it out to get it where it was, you know, less than this. That solves that problem. Now, that changes our whole geometry of what I had figured out I needed to make this go the way that it was. So what I did, I flipped this bracket over. This was the other way. Flipped it over, that pushed it back, where now it's going to go in there very kindly. Phone is going tweedly-dee. But anyway, it's still not just a direct bolt-on because the holes and everything are different. See, the holes in this are humongous. So I got a whole bag of little bushings and stuff that we're gonna custom fab up and make this go on there, and it's gonna work just great. You like how we just positive thinking? We're just gonna say that it's gonna work. And that's the way it's gonna be. All right, okay. If my calculating is correct, by the time we're done, that top brace is gonna fit right where it belonged. So that's gonna be handy. And I believe that what I need for the bottom is a 3/4 spacer, which I have here in the magic bag. But then I also have, I brought along 2 different size bolts. We need the longer of the 2 probably. I kind of decided how this is gonna go. And where can I put you? This steering shaft makes it very difficult to get you a good view of stuff without. It would be handy if I would use the tripod, which is in the house. So we're going to make a tripod out of other junk. So I got this nylon-y bushing. I'm gonna have to shave it down, but it takes up the space inside of this hole and makes it actually 5/16 instead of humongously obese like it is now. So we'll mock that up real quick. We'll have to change it in a minute. But if I do this, and again, I don't know why it's always got to be windy when I want to work outside, because that ruins our whole shebang. But all right, I think that's going to be wonderful. All I got to do is trim down that plastic bushing so that it's right close to the, you know, doesn't stick out of the ear or the mounting lug of the alternator. I'll put a washer on the head of that bolt. That'll bolt that down tight. Problem solved there. Top will be easy. This will just bolt right into that, no problem. Then what to do at the back. Okay. So I decided, instead of trying to get one long bolt, which I knew wouldn't exist, it'd probably be better to just do 2 bolts and come up with some kind of plan. First I brought a nylon bushing, but then I discovered something else. I discovered that these steel bushings will fit right through there. So maybe I can do some combination of them. It's gonna look stupid, but if it looks stupid and works, is it stupid? Okay, that's not gonna go. See, that'll go like that, potentially. But I might. Wind is blowing all kinds of crap around. I think it'll work. I just need to trim down all my stuff to fit the way I want. And I might want to trim, maybe I want to go, let's see here, technical difficulties, changing our mind on stuff. What if I go 2 short ones? Well, 2 short ones do it. I think they will. I think 2 short ones with maybe a washer in there would take care of that. Jeez, that wind is crazy. Okay, so what we need to do here is grab us a washer or so. And we're going to tighten this back one down so we can see how that's going to go. So let me go grab some stuff. All right. Lots of stuff here in my hand. Let's see what that that ain't gonna do very good for us, is it? All right, pause for that. That's just gonna help stabilize it for proof of concept. Pull that out. Let's put 2 of those on first. See if that makes it go. That on there. Not my prettiest, but it uses existing holes, you see. That's the beauty of this, is that there's no modifications to the tractor. So we can easily put it back the way that it was. Oh, what fun this is. It'd be nice if I could have got one solid piece, but I think it's good enough for who it's for. Now for the front one. Now that I've got it locked down pretty solid where it's not gonna. Now, come on out of there. Is it gonna make me loosen this one up again? It's gonna work though. That's what I like. It looks stupid, but it will work. But what I got to do now, see, that's not a through bushing. I don't want to use a through one by design because I want to be able to clamp this tight to this thing so that it doesn't want to wander and put all the stress on the top one or what have you. So I need to try to decide where I want this. Are you still recording? You see, the phone rang and then everything all went to pieces, and I didn't get, that's too long, we don't need that one. We could use the shorter bolt, I think. I brought everything along that I thought we might need, so we didn't have to guess or struggle. Alright, come on. Why are you not working? Come on. Come on. Oh, buddy boy. We were doing so good. We were doing so good. And now we're gonna struggle. There. I kind of like the, I guess we'll go with the longer one. Awesome. I like it when I drop everything that I just did. Now we're gonna go like this. That's gonna go in there. Gotta get that bolt started in there. Gotta get that bushing in there. Well, I'll tell you, what is happening here? Come on. Come. It's almost humorous that it doesn't want to work now. There's no difference between those two bolts other than one's longer. There's no reason why that shouldn't go. This bushing doesn't want to go. That is so bizarre. It doesn't want to go one way versus the other way. I'll never understand that. But that's fine. That's fine. Let's try this again. Oh. There. Let's put that on there. It's a lot of work to make the Chinese alternator speak English, I'll tell you. I'll start with this one. Start tightening it up and it'll start squaring everything out. Pulling that sucker together, see? And we'll do this one. It'll start doing the same thing. That looks like crap, but I may try to get a better thing. But for now, that's gonna make it okay. It does hold it correctly, holds it at the right angle. We might have to, yeah, we might have to do something different here, but we need a longer bolt on there, and we need a couple washers. But that sucker's solid now. If we get that washered up right, it'll be better suited to stay adjusted tight. But that's gonna work. There's no reason why it won't. If I put the little crank in, of course, then we can, oh, okay, I guess we won't. Yeah, see how nice that is gonna work. And everything avoids everything other than right now this is kind of hitting the fan because it's not hooked up to anything. But that's fine. We got that problem figured out. That was one of the struggles. This thing's just gonna be along for the ride, this wheel. But it ain't worth taking it off, because then you'll just have a stub shaft sticking out there. So that's fine. But this is very solid right here. This is kind of Mickey Mousey, and I should probably just do something different there, but it works. It's just for extra support, you know, to keep it from going away crazy. So that part's done. Now what we can do is work on fixing the ignition system. I can't fix the carburetor yet because they didn't have the kit. Also, let's see if this, before we go over there, will this fancy writing come off of there? We don't need it to say whatever that says. That way it's a swear word, that way it means noodles. So you got to watch how you do that. But anyway, when I was working on this yesterday, I got a little, or whenever it was, not yesterday, got a little crazy with the old wire whirler, and I ended up winding up one spark plug wire and totally destroying it. So we're gonna just make new ones and go with that. However, I see you're almost out of battery, so I guess I'll have to go get a battery first, and then we can make this happen. Also, I stole the coil for that Super 77, but I brought another one. I just got to find out what I did with it. So let me gather some more stuff together here and change batteries in the camera, and I'll bring you right back. All right, boys, let's get this tractor fixed up here. Man, it's windy. Probably not safe to be out here, but we're gonna do it anyway, you know. You only live once, and this might be it. I don't know what size these are. Obviously not that. All right. Now we're gonna struggle. More than you know, because the wind is not cooperating. And I'm wondering if the correct tool is not a socket for this job. I'm wondering if the correct tool is going to be an open end wrench, box end wrench with an offset. Because I don't think I'm going to get behind all that stuff. Get away from her, go! I tell you, nothing is cooperating. This is a terrible design. I'm sorry, orange people, but I don't like this. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? I'll get that one and that one with a socket. What am I supposed to do here? Pull the distributor in a minute to get that one? I'm a little confused at what procedure is supposed to take place here. Start with the easy ones. I was going to start with the difficult ones, but they're going to be difficult, so we might as well not do that. That one will come out. That one will come out. If I get a extension, will that one come out? No. Likewise, this one. Pull the distributor. Get it? That's stupid. Well, guess we'll do this for this one. That's dumb. Gotta do the yeah, they ain't very pretty, is they? That's much more better. Can't we? Alright. Let's do this before we forget and let dirt get in there. That one's, yeah, maybe a little better, but it's been very dry for very long. See, it had a miss in it, and I'm hoping that I'll fix it by doing all this stuff, and we won't end up tearing the motor down immediately after doing this. But I'm taking a gamble. When it looks nice and you've spent a bunch of money on it already, it's easier to talk yourself into keeping going. That one looks pretty good for what it should be. Now, we got a trouble spot. Getting that back one out. So I guess what I'm gonna do is just pull the distributor to make it easier for myself. I know you probably wouldn't have to do that, but that'll give me the secondary reason to clean up on the distributor a little and make it the best it can be. Now, we need to remember which way our rotor is pointing. So that's the same orientation we need to put it back in if we want it to be exactly where it is now in time. This is pretty well straightforward towards us. This is back this way, and everything is flying apart behind us. But I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this, and then I can clean up the distributor and make it prettier whilst I'm at it as well. These could be cleaned up. Remember, they are your ground for your distributor. More nastiness. We'll give them a quick rub down or put it back in. These are geared distributors, so there's infinite possibilities of ways to screw this up. All right, and we gotta put that back about like it was. Somewhere in that neighborhood right there. Nope. There we go. That's pretty close. We can always fine tune it, tweak it later. We need to really clean up these clamps though, because they're nasty. Oh, you know what I forgot to do while I was going to do that? Anybody want to guess? Change that spark plug. Okay. Okay, life. Cut me some slack. You're starting to do that thing again where we just struggle for no reason. The whole point of me taking that distributor out was to change the spark plug. Let's set that right there. See if that will participate for us. I'm sure there's some type of wrench that would work for this, but it's just easier to do this. That doesn't look too bad, but it ain't beautiful. Sure. All right. That's all brand new. Look at that. Like it was made for it. Taking us a little bit. We had to take a detour on the old train of sadness, but that's fine. We're familiar passengers on that road. So Oh, don't do that. I think you just did something stupid. That's okay. Alright, that's done. Let's put our new coil in, our second new coil, because we robbed the first one. And if we were smarter or cared, we would paint that bracket up and make it nice, but we're not gonna. Of course, that's 1/2 inch, so we always got to have a little bit of sadness, you know. Now, this wire actually, other than the outer coating of cloth coming off, it's actually a modern wire that had a cloth coating, so the wire's not bad. For now, I'm going to hook it up just so I don't have to reconfigure anything. I'll make a better one at some point later, or I won't. Either way, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, you're going to think this wire's crap, and it's not. The outer layer is sheathed in cloth over top of a modern wire, and I ruined that cloth the same time I wrapped up that spark plug wire. So I just want to feel like progress is being made, so I want to use it for today. That way, in case we want to run it, all we'd have to do is hook up one wire to the thing and it'd be ready to go. Alright, since I'm doing new wires, might as well do a new cap. You want to know the number? There it is. Many happy trails to you. 4-cylinder Delco cap, ain't nothing special. I don't like putting new wires in a junk cap. So, because they do get corroded down in there where you can't see them. That's just not ideal. These boots are not ideal for this application, but these wires are so good, they do have some flex to them, so it's fine. Now, if we're betting, folks, we're going to say that number 1, well, let's just go with number 4 first. Number 4 was out here, because we definitely know which one that is. And I gotta remember if the firing order is 1243 or 1342. I can't remember on this, but it'll be one or the other. I missed my frame rail where I could lay my stuff on, which these tractors don't have. 4, 5. There should be another one. 6. 1, 2, 3. Buddy's back there digging. I wondered what that sound was. I was hoping it wasn't the escaped inmate that's supposedly running around town, but it's not. It should be 1, 2, 4, 3. Yeah, something's not right here, friend. I don't think they had the right firing order, if this is to be believed. The firing order of this thing should be 1, 2, 4, 3. So 1. Okay, maybe it was right. This one would have been 2. 1, 2. No, that couldn't be right either. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's not right. So somebody had it wrong, and we maybe don't really know where number 1 is. It might have been way out of whack. So we're gonna go with, we're gonna just make wires, and if we have to switch them later, we can put it on top dead center. Boy, I hate to do that, because then I gotta take the plug out again. I don't want to do that, but I don't know. But I'm going with this. If this is 1, 2, that could have been there. 1, 2, 4, 3. That would have been right. So maybe I ripped off the number 4 one. All right, maybe I ripped off the number 4 one. That's okay. No, I didn't. It turns this way. It turns that way. So this would have been 2. That would be 1. 1, 2, 4, 3. 1, 2, 4, 3. We're going to go with that, and if we have to change it later, fine. But then this one would have been the number 1. 1, 2, 4, 3. Jeez. That would work more in line with what we got here on this cap. 1, 2. That one I question now. 2, 4, 3. Because it goes this way. 1, 2, 4, 3. 1, 2, 4, 3. 1, 2, 4, 3. So. Butter the dog, what are you doing? All right, well, I'm excited to run it again when we get to that point, because I think that maybe the spark plug wires were not in the right order, and they may not be in the right orientation now, depending on where they had it timed, you know, and that might have been part of our running rough issue. But I've got them in what I think is the right order now, 1, 2, 4, 3. And that's kind of what lined up with some of that other cap, but not really. So, I don't know. We also found that a couple of the spark plugs didn't look great. But other than that, I don't know that that really was our issue. But it's coming along, friends. It's coming along. That part's done. We just need to get some more of our sheet metal cleaned up and put back together, and then we can keep going, and so on and so forth. I really need to try to clean the top of the radiator and maybe paint it. I painted it upside down, so that part didn't get any. But I think we can make that happen, and then she'll be a cute little feller, you know? So I guess we'll leave this one here. Probably boring, but we did get some stuff lined out with our electrical system. That's good enough to go. Big distributor, all that's good. Put the starter back in. I did that, I guess, off camera, but yeah, I think we're on the way. So we're gonna leave this one here. Do you suffer from low intelligence and are easily entertained? Well, then hit that thumbs up button and leave a comment. And that way we can keep making entertainment that your feeble minds can understand. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.